And only at 298 when you already then die the next day. It's like a butterfly in a Chardonnay. It's death row pardon, 2 minutes till late. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think a little too on it? Yeah, I really do think it's alright. I'm your Valentine, rewrite when you've already paid good advice. I change just in take. And who would have thought bigger misplaced?
Well, we're here at the Michael Werner Gallery, and we're going to take a rough cut run through of Ernst Wilhelm Ney. Now, this is his first series of exhibitions in the United States. I think he probably died. He was German. I think he died maybe in the early 70s. But I first became aware of his work during a visit to the Neue National Gallery in Berlin in 1973. And I've always kind of kept an eye out for him. And like I say, you don't see a lot of this work in the States. So sometimes you'd be in an art fair somewhere, maybe in Basel or even Basel, Miami, and you'd bump into some of this. But he's considered a very seminal abstract artist in Europe. This is titled Wrote in Wrote 1. Oil on canvas, 63 by 55 inches. And this is from 1965. This is all actually his late work. And the stuff I really like is his work from the late 40s into the mid 50s. But he's a great colorist, and he's also wrote in Wrote 2. I think that he represents kind of a direction in abstraction that was happening simultaneously with the action painters or the Taschists in Europe, but he was sort of sticking with almost a Matissean kind of run into abstraction. This is titled Verschlossen Gedenken, Closed Thoughts. Oh, here are a couple of beautiful yellow pieces. It's called Gelb zwischen zwei Seiten, yellow between two times. And I guess it's kind of typical of a lot of artists. His work in the 40s and 50s was much thicker, a lot more impasto, and was probably responding to painters like Willy Baumeister and maybe even Hans Hofmann. And the late work, he kind of thins everything out a little bit, but he's got a great vocabulary of forms, and he's a wonderful colorist. This is called Menschlich Licht, or Human Light. And he gets a little bit of splashing and dripping in there. Now, they've got a fantastic collection at the Neue National Gallery. I think they probably got most of his estate, and it's called Ochre Dunkelblau, ochre and dark blue. And I think that he's one of these artists that just kept working and doing his thing, and was in and out of fashion a little bit, never really got the kind of success that some other artists got, some other nice people. Blue Delphinius. This is from 1965. You can almost see how people like Lupertz and some of the other expressionists, the neo-expressionists, were looking at this work and maybe kind of biding his paint surface, some of his thin use of color. It's titled Grau und Weiß. I think this is my favorite piece in the show. Spindien in Grau. Spindles in Gray. 1965. This is 63 by 59 inches. And although these paintings are all in oil, he gets an extraordinarily dry surface on these. Almost looks like tempera. I think this is the last piece in the show, called Dunkel und Weiß. 63 by 59. This is from 1968. Well, he's got a great sense of form. It almost makes me think a little bit of Lee Krasner. So this is James Calm reporting on Ernst Wilhelm Ney, the Michael Werner Gallery, 4 East 77th Street. Thanks, Kate.
Life is a funny ride, and life is a funny, funny ride.